My name is Dave Finazzo. I am a senior here at SNHU. I am a baking, communications, business management triple major, and I run the LARP on campus. It's called Mystigate LARP. It is a Boffer style LARP, which is a bit different for me because I'm primarily a theater style LARPer. A Boffer LARP involves the use of weapons, not real weapons, foam weapons usually, sometimes latex weapons, things that will bruise you but not permanently injure you. Usually some games use Nerf guns, some games use Nerf bow and arrows, that kind of thing. A theater style LARP is different in that there's no combat in it. A theater style LARP requires you to talk problems out. It requires you to be political, diplomatic, or not. You could definitely be a crazy person in a theater LARP. But it requires you to solve problems with communication skills rather than whoever is bigger can hit the other person until they stop getting up. Which is an issue with Boffer LARPs for somebody like me who's only 5 feet tall, who plays with people like a good friend of mine, Derek Herrera, who is 6'7". He is a wonderful role player and a phenomenal LARPer, and he runs a very famous game in New England called Keystone. However, he could definitely hit me into the ground. I'm thankful he doesn't, but he has a solid foot on me and definitely could if he wanted to. I've been LARPing for over 10 years now. I didn't get into LARP the usual way. My brother took me to a LARP when I was little and I just kept going. But most people get into LARP through things like D&D, League of Legends, World of Warcraft, and that kind of stuff. Generally, they get into it because they enjoy playing role-playing games. Playing games where you adopt characters and you get to act and you get to do cool fantasy stuff. Some people keep with it because they enjoy acting, some people enjoy costume creation, some people enjoy hitting things with fake weapons. There are a lot of different reasons people LARP, and they're all valid, they're all good, but all different.
So I'm Flynn, I'm a senior here at Southern New Hampshire University studying baking, culinary, and studying business as well. I've been LARPing for about 4 years now, and I've played at about 7 or 8 different LARPs at this point, them being staffing at Mystigate LARP, Legendary Library LARP, and playing at LARPs like Nightblades and playing at Legendary Library. I would say probably one of my favorite things about LARPing and the experience with these guys is the chance that it gives you to be outside of yourself, the chance to explore characters and things that you could never realistically do in your life. It just gives you a chance to interact with people in a way that you might not have beforehand. And it just gives you a real chance to have to think on your feet when a player, if you give them 3 options, they'll pick option number 700.
I'm Alicia. My major is game art and development. This is my 2nd year LARPing. Everyone enjoy acting, so getting to act out different characters for me is really rewarding. I do enjoy staffing, and I also enjoy playing, because it's both different experiences. My favorite stories was a different LARP called Sith Lords, which was more theater style. It's like the way that my character went from bumbling around, just worried about people breaking things in this temple, to aggressively sort of sassing Sith Lords who could probably break my character in half without a second thought.
Here's a quick demonstration on sewing a costume. Costume, you'll need a few things. You'll need reference materials and character creation books. In addition, you'll need ribbon or trim, a sewing machine, fabric, and something to cut that fabric with. And, most important, sick tunes. This particular costume, I am using an old dress that I sewed. I will need to cut along all of these lines to sever the top of the dress from the bottom. Then, the appropriate colored thread will need to be picked out. I went with a medium brown that sort of matches the fabric much better than the other brown thread available at the Innovation Lab. You'll then need to fold the hem over and simply sew along that line to create a brand new LARP costume.
I'm David. I'm an accounting major. This is my senior year. I've been doing LARP here since it started. I like being a player, but I also like NPCing. Because the nice thing about NPCing is you're not committed to that role forever. Like you can just show up, do your thing, leave, never return. And then people ask like, what happened to the character? And then like turns out like they're dead. Or, ooh, they're really the spooky boss who's going to murder you all. I love RPGs and stuff. So like Dungeon World, D&D, sometimes I'm running it, sometimes I'm playing it. And one of the nice things about LARPing is it's much more about the roleplay and exploring what very specific characters believe. And
People like to LARP for the same reason people choose other hobbies. People who LARP like costuming, acting, and community building. Most people don't view LARPing that way. Has these interviews changed the way you think? Are your eyes open?
I've done a lot of staff work for LARPs, but at one of the ones I actually got to play, you discover this moment when you're LARPing where you end up so involved in the game, and there's a time when you go, wait a minute, this is just a game, but this is really cool. And that moment of sheer terror as I could see their feet walking by in the room was just this moment of, this is so cool.